In the late 1960s and early 1970s, photographer Nick Hedges embarked on a profound journey to capture the stark reality of poverty in post-war Britain. Through the lens of his camera, he documented the lives of children and families living in abject conditions across various UK cities. Commissioned by the housing charity Shelter, Hedges' work aimed to expose the dire circumstances in which approximately 3 million people found themselves amidst a national housing crisis. His images stood in stark contrast to the glamorous and carefree depictions of the swinging 60s, revealing a hidden world of hardship beneath Britain's vibrant cultural facade. The photographs Hedges took were set in some of Britain's major cities, including London, Glasgow, Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham, and Newcastle. These images portrayed a side of these challenges. The documentary aims to shed light on the persistent cycle of poverty and the minimal progress made for some. It invites viewers to reflect on the socio-economic changes over the past 50 years and consider what can be done to prevent such disparities from continuing. This historical reflection is not only a glimpse into the past, but also a call to action for a more equitable future. The intricate tapestry of poverty in the United Kingdom. It seems like a story woven through decades, revealing shifts and turns that are both fascinating and sobering. At the heart of this tale is the concept of relative poverty, a term that speaks to the financial insufficiency of a significant portion of the UK's population. In 2016, a staggering 13.44 million people, 21% of the populace, were living under this shadow, as noted by the Department for Work and Pensions. Fast forward to 2021, and it appears that the numbers remain stubbornly similar, with the Joseph Rowntree Foundation reporting about 1 in 5 individuals in poverty. What's intriguing is the focus on children, who historically have suffered the highest poverty rates, though there has been a noticeable decline from 34% to 27%. Now the plot thickens as we delve into the late 19th century, where more than a quarter of the British population lived at or below subsistence due to low wages. By the 1900s, the living conditions were dire, with overcrowding and slum housing rampant, exacerbating the spread of diseases. Fast forward to the post-World War II era, and an optimistic belief emerged that poverty had nearly been eradicated. Yet, the 1950s and 60s brought a stark rediscovery of poverty, with surveys highlighting that a significant number of Britons lived below acceptable standards. The studies by Townsend and Abel Smith, in particular, revealed that poverty was more widespread than previously thought. What adds a curious twist is the disparity in health outcomes linked to social classes during the 1960s. The infant mortality rates and the prevalence of sickness were notably higher in lower social classes. Townsend's work in 1979 posited that poverty was not just about income, but also involved environmental factors, employment, and housing standards. Interestingly, despite some progress, by 1973, nearly 9.9% of the British population lived below the poverty line, with low pay cited as a persistent culprit. The story doesn't end there. As the 1970s unfolded, the UK grappled with regional pay differences and inadequate housing, though improvements were noted compared to previous decades. By 1977, poverty's grip had loosened somewhat, with fewer families living in destitution compared to the 1960s. Yet, low wages remained a thorn, especially among manual workers, highlighting an enduring challenge. In this captivating journey through time, the narrative of poverty in the UK reveals deep-rooted complexities and enduring struggles. It's a reminder of how economic policies, social structures, and historical contexts intertwine, shaping the lives of millions. As the chapters of this narrative continue to unfold, one can't help but wonder how future generations will view the progress and setbacks of their predecessors.